Nobody would do this. It's just, nobody would do this. It's the exact right temperature. He's so dumb. And what's up with my fucking nose? Okay, so I'm gonna train shoulders today. I'm gonna just basically do some presses, might do some push presses, and might finish the whole thing up with some strict presses too. We'll see how it feels, and then I might do some isolation movements in the end if I feel that the shoulder needs it. I'm not trying to completely kill the shoulders because I'm having my chest day after my shoulder day. So I don't want, especially the front delts, I don't want to kill them totally because I still want to have some strength left for the day after that when I have my chest day, and I'm going to do some variation of bench press. I'm going to need some strength in the shoulders. So therefore the shoulder day is not, intensity wise, it's not the hardest day in the week. And there's also a second reason for that. The shoulders are actually one of my stronger muscles. And so, I don't have to completely kill them to make them develop the same way the rest of the body is developing. So therefore, shoulder day is a lighter day. Before I start my warm-up, I always do this movement. The idea is to just have some movement within the joint to, pump some fluid through the joint, especially for the tissue that has no blood vessels, because you can't have a normal pump effect for warm-up within that tissue because obviously no blood vessels, no blood. So the idea is to mechanically just try to press some fluid through the joint itself to just warm up the joint itself before I start the warm up for the muscles. And the warm up for the muscles is just a combination of very light sets, gradually getting heavier, and some stretching in between. Especially when I'm pressing, I gotta be careful because I tore my tricep just in 2016, so just a little more than 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago or so, and I got surgery, so everything's fine now, but I don't know. I'm not 100% confident that I can really put a lot of stress on my tricep, so I try to really have a good warm up, and I also don't really go for the really heavy weights. So like compared to other strongmen, if you see me train, that's going to be like a joke because after the tear, I just, especially because I'm not working for a competition, there is no reason for me to go crazy with the weights and go heavy and put too much stress on the tricep and risk that I tear it again if I don't even have a competition that I have to prepare for. So I rather just train lightly and just make sure that the shoulder is and tricep and that area is just developing in harmony with the rest of the body. That's the idea. So now it's time for the actual warm-up. I'm going to just use the bar for the start and just do some reps with the bar just to initially pump some blood into the muscle. Let's see how that goes. Technique wise, my grip on the bar is a little bit more narrow than than my bench grip or something. The idea is just to, if I go too widely, that puts my elbows into an unnatural position. And if there is any philosophy that goes through all my training, is that I try to do movement as naturally as possible. So I don't do any weird movements. Like a lot of people go to the gym and, you know, just do weird, you know, fancy looking movements in a way that you would normally never use the body if you would just work on something, or if you would just have to lift something naturally. You would never do that. A perfect example for that is the neck press. You see, if you would have to press something over your head, you would, and it was just about, you know, getting something over your head. So it's not training or anything, it's just about take this and put it over your head. Nobody would do this. Nobody would do this. And yet, when you do the neck press, this is exactly what you're doing. So this movement is completely unnatural. And now here's the funny thing. If you hear someone complain about shoulder problems, my experience is that in 9 of 10 cases, when someone tells me they have some problems with the shoulder, I asked if they're doing the neck press, and 9 out of 10 do the neck press. And when I tell them to just stop doing that, in most cases they just get rid of their shoulder problems. So in a lot of cases, people develop problems, joint problems, all kinds of problems from training because they're doing just bullshit movements that nobody should do. Behind the neck press is one of those. So first of all, if I press something over my head, it's always in the front, because this is a natural movement. If you have to, you know, put something over your head, this is how your body is designed to do that. This is a natural movement. And then second of all, this natural movement also includes that you have your elbows in front of your body. And that only works if you don't have a grip that is too wide. If you have a very wide grip, your elbows are going to be on the sides. So that makes this movement, which again is unnatural, because, you know, to do that with a stone, the stone would at some point would have to be inside your head to move it like this. So you would always have this movement. So this is how your body is designed. Your body is designed to do this movement, and to replicate that, I have this grip, so that when I take the bar, you see the elbows are in the front, so boom, I can just do a natural movement, you know, and just use my body the way that it's supposed to be used, you know. And I mean, I have a lot of injuries, so it's not that, you know, if you reach a certain point, especially when you train for, you know, like I train for 25 years now, you reach a certain point where there's still going to be problems, and there's still going to be just damage that accumulates over the years. But with the type of training that I'm using, I've been able to, you know, push my body to the limits to a crazy degree without having any, you know, injuries and stuff like that for a very long time. Actually, the first 18 years of my career I've been injury free. Okay, so let's put some weights on this bar. What am I gonna take? 20 kilo plates on each side. Okay. And then after this set, I'm gonna stretch my tricep a little bit to make sure nothing bad happens. So, 2, 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I've been doing the first 10 reps strict pressing, and then 10 reps push pressing to, you know, prepare my legs a little bit for later on when I'm going to do the push pressing. Well, there's a lot of leg drive involved, although I'm pretty shit at that, so I'm not really good at capitalizing on my leg strength, just because I haven't really trained it properly over all those years. So I just lack the coordination to, you know, boom, use that leg drive. But still, I want to do push press. So at some point I gotta prepare my legs a little bit. And also, if you have seen the last video, that was from yesterday. So I had my squat day yesterday. I can feel that in my legs a little bit. So, you know, I'm already shit using leg drive. And now legs are also sore, which means that my leg drive is gonna suck even more than it usually does. Okay, so this is kind of something between a working set and a warm-up set. I'm now already at 100 kilos, so I have added. Oh, wait a second. No, this is 90 kilos. I'm talking complete nonsense. So that's good. This is 90 kilos. So I added 15s on both sides, which adds 30 kilos to the 60 and makes this 90 kilos. I'm gonna just, yeah, then it's just kind of, you know, what I would normally do as my last warm-up set. Oh shit, this actually hurts. I'm using these reps just to give my hands a little bit more stability. I have trained without any equipment for the last few weeks, but I just wanted to try to work with equipment again to just, you know, see if I can utilize it, or if it's more in the way then it helps. So I'm just, you know, experimenting a little bit now. Woo! Here we go. Let's go. Wasn't too bad. These hurt a little bit, at least on the first ones, until I got numb. But I think I'm gonna stick to it and see how the heavier sets feel with those. We'll see. Okay. As I said, it's not really what I expected, but it's fine. It's just what it is right now. I'm gonna try to go a little bit heavier. Probably do a single or two. Let's see. Okay, so you know what's funny? I just realized that setting up the camera and you know, doing all the setup for the filming and everything, I totally forgot to warm up my rotator cuffs. So normally I do some rotator warm up before, you know, just right after the stuff that I showed you. I do a little bit of warm up for the rotators. I totally forgot that today. So I'm gonna do it after workout, but yeah, I just wanted to mention that usually I do that before workout, just because I have all kinds of issues with my shoulders after all these years of heavy training. So try to warm them up as good as I can. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna just do a single with this. This is 120 kilos now. So normally this is not a serious weight at all, but because my shoulders are really messed up right now, I'm gonna definitely just do a single with this, and that should be fine. felt good enough to do a double. But that should be enough for now. Okay, so it looks like the camera just ran out of battery at some point while training, and I haven't checked how many of the sets I actually recorded. I hope, if I'm lucky, I've got all of them except the last one where I went back to 90 kilograms and did some strict presses. That's okay, it was an ugly set anyways. But now I came in and I saw that Katie just left this for me. So I'm gonna just take advantage of that. It's wellness time. If you put in the work, you deserve some relaxation afterwards. So let's have everything here. Yeah. It's the exact right temperature. Nice. Okay. So, bye bye everyone. See you next time with the next training video, or I don't know. We'll see what it is. I think you're gonna at least get 2 more training videos. Tomorrow I'm gonna do some chest workout, and then the day after tomorrow is actually deadlift. So I'm going to go and visit my friend Yoni at his gym and do some deadlifts. Hopefully he's gonna have some time to join in, but we'll see. See you tomorrow, I guess, with the next lifting video. Oh yes. Bubbles. Bye bye.